Hi, in this video, I'm going to be sharing 10 steamy touches that make a man melt. I'm Matt Shaffer, your empowerment, connection, and relationship coach here. I'm a former attorney who's committed his life to supporting you and having the sort of fun, fulfilling, dynamic connections and relationships with men that you are so worthy of, and I am so excited about this video. We're going to be getting real sensual, really sexual. I'm going to be sharing with you 10 hot, steamy, sexy moves, ways to touch a man that are going to absolutely drive him crazy and make him melt. Buckle up, it's about to get real hot in here. But before we do, take a second, hit that little subscribe button, and you're definitely going to want to click the link up at the top of this video and down in the description to become a part of my free live love training starting on August 11th. It's called Mastery of Connection. This is my flagship course designed to help you transform your relationships with men and everyone else in your life from the inside out. We're going to be diving into your belief system, your attachment style, and your personality type with over 50 video lessons and over 100 hours of live coaching with me. Yes, you heard me right, 100 hours. It's an incredible value, a $2,000 value, and it is absolutely free for you as a member of my community. All you have to do is click that link and apply. And don't worry if it's at or after August 11th, we'll either drop you into the live 3-week course or we'll put you on the wait list for the next one. So you literally have nothing to lose, and I hope to see you there. And be sure to stay tuned to the end of this video for a spicy bonus tip that is going to take all your physical intimacy with men to an entirely new level. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the video. Now, when it comes to foreplay and sex, things have a tendency to get a little routine, am I right? So what I'm doing with these 10 new touches is to give you new ways to turn him on and to spice things up when you're engaging in foreplay or you're having sex with him, that'll help sort of just like turn him on to a different level and give new sensations that activate him and make him want to be even more passionate with you. So stay with me here because these are going to be interesting. Now, this first one is hot, and it's called the lip drag kiss. Now, when you're kissing him fully and passionately, just take your lips and just drag them down his chin, down his neck, and then just down his body, like you're tasting him like he's a delicious dessert, right? If he feels like you're really enjoying the sensation and the taste of his skin and you're dragging your lips and your mouth all over his body, that's going to be really hot. It's going to turn him on because he's probably experienced nothing like that before. Now, the second one is really fun, and you can do it during foreplay or sex and also just in other situations, and it's called the under the belt thigh slide. And basically anytime you're near him, or maybe you're straddling him during sex or laying next to him during foreplay, just take the tips of your fingers and just slide them up his inner thigh and stop right before you get to, the breadbasket, and just let your fingers linger there. Just the tension of you being so close, it's going to make him crazy. And that skin right there on a man's inner thigh, right below, the breadbasket, is one of the most sensitive spots on the male body. And this is also a super fun thing to do if you're out in public and you're sitting at a table and maybe nobody else can really see. Just even doing that over his clothes, over his pants or his shorts or whatever, and just sort of toying with him like that, it's going to be super, super, super hot, and have him looking for the nearest bathroom or place he could take you to have a little fun. So feel free to use this at different times and just see how activated it makes him. Now, number 3 is very primal, and this is something you can do during kissing, during making out, and also during sex. And it's digging your nails into his lower back, right? So while you're kissing him, just take your nails and just draw them down his back into his lower back, or while you guys are making love. And even then, keep going, right? Don't just stop at his lower back. Drag your nails down and dig them into his buttocks and see how much he enjoys that. Trust me, men are very sensory creatures, and we love the feeling of your nails on us. And especially if you're maybe digging your nails into our posterior as we are making love to you, it's one of those things that makes a man feel very desired. It feels very hot for us. Like it feels like you really want us. So don't be afraid to use your nails and really let us know how much you're enjoying the experience. And this fourth one really builds tension and anticipation, and it's the mouth at his waistline. And so this is a little bit of playing with power dynamics, right? So get on your knees in front of him and unbuckle his pants, and then kiss your way down his belly to his waistline of his pants and his underwear, and just don't go any further down. Just kind of like hold him and kiss him right along his waistline, and just watch him get more and more and more turned on, because he wants you to go down further, but you're just sort of gonna stay there and linger there for a little while and just watch the tension build and build and build as he sort of gets more and more and more excited with what's coming next. If you just stay in that space, stay in that tension for a little while, it's gonna amp up the polarity and take the experience to a whole other level. This fourth one is the linger and look touch. Now this is basically a combination of whenever you are touching him or stimulating him physically, and this can be with your hands, touching his abs, or caressing his body, or even when you're going down on him, to use your eyes and make eye contact with him while you're touching him. When you start layering in physical touch and eye contact, it's like this dual stimulation that deepens the experience, because you're able to communicate your desire for him through your eye contact while you're expressing it through your touch. So, and I can just tell you, if a woman is going down on you and she's looking up at you with like this hungry gaze at the same time, it is one of the most hypnotic, powerful experiences for a man. So I just invite you to give that a shot while you're doing that, or while you're just touching him and kissing and caressing different parts of his body. Make like very lustful, longing eye contact with him while you're doing it, and watch him just melt into a puddle on the bed or wherever else you're doing it. And number 6 is a power move that you can do during foreplay, and that's cupping him through his pants. and it is exactly what it sounds like, right? When you're kissing or making out, or you're starting to fool around and he's getting really turned on, right? And you can tell that he's getting turned on, but he's still got his pants on. Just take your hand and just cup it on his bulge, right? That you can tell that he's already like getting hard, and just whisper into his ear, tell him, let him know how hot it is, how hard he gets for you, right? Just let him, it turns me on how hard you're getting for me. Just that sort of like acknowledgement of his arousal and how much it's turning you on is going to turn him on even more, right? Because one of the things that's the hottest thing to a guy is to know how much he's turning you on, or something he's doing, or some way he's being. So the more you can express to him and acknowledge like how much his hard-on is like activating you, that's going to totally like blow his mind. So don't be afraid to give him a little cupping and a little acknowledgement before doing any unzipping or anything else. And number 7 is another super sexy foreplay move you can do, and it's the tongue behind the ear and whisper. And so the way you do this is you basically take your tongue and you trace it along the outside of his ear and whisper something really dirty or really sexy into his ear. Just, I can't wait to taste you, right? Or you have no idea what I'm gonna do to you. Just something like that, that really expresses the depth of your desire and your lust for him. The combination of the sensation of your tongue on his ear, your breath in his ear, and the words that you're saying is gonna make him crazy. I can tell you, personally for me, my ears are one of my biggest turn-on touch points, and any type of ear play, especially when it's combined with dirty talk, is like one of my absolute favorite things. So I invite you to try this with your guy, and provided he's not too sensitive, right? Some guys, it's too sensitive, it's overwhelming to play with their ears like that, but every guy should be able to experience it and appreciate it to some degree. So give it a shot. Let us know in the comments if your guy likes it. And number 8 is such an underrated form of touch, and it's to pull his hair softly. This is something that men really love because it makes us feel desired. It makes us feel possessed. It makes us feel like you're actually wanting to pull us into you and almost have like a sort of like control over us, which is super, super, super attractive. So when you're making out with him, when you're fooling around with him, just run your hands through his hair, which he's already gonna love, and use your nails in his hair, and then just sort of like wrap up a little hair and just pull it a little bit and see how he likes it, see how he responds. And maybe if you pull his hair back a little bit, then kiss his neck, you know, run your lips and your tongue down his neck, see how he likes that. Like, see how much he enjoys you sort of taking a little bit of control and pulling his hair in different ways. And just, that can be a huge turn on, right? Like, I'm not gonna say it's the reason I grew out my hair, but it is a nice added benefit of having longer hair, is it's much easier for a woman that I'm dating or I'm in a relationship with to sort of pull my hair and to play with me in that way. It's something that I really love. And I know a lot of other men love it too. And not a lot of women won't do it. A lot of women are like shy about, you know, expressing any sort of dominance or control over men. And a lot of times it can be super hot for us. So don't be afraid to give that a shot, and then let us know how it goes. Number 9 is a surefire winner, and that is the breast caress. And this is just a timeless principle that men love the feeling of your breasts on their skin. So anytime, anywhere, any place, right? Especially if it's not expected, right? For you to just brush your breasts up against him. If you're both naked, amazing, right? Just the feeling of your breasts pressed up against his back or his arm or his chest. But even if you want to turn him on when you guys are like out in a casual or a social situation and you want to subtly turn him on and build anticipation for later, just sort of come up behind him and just rub your breasts on his back or against his arm, you know, while he's like standing around or sitting around. Just any opportunity, right? Just the feel of a woman's breasts on our skin, whether clothes are off or clothes are on, is something that is going to be intensely arousing to men. So use the girls to help amp up the polarity, and I promise you, he will so appreciate it. And number 10 is super sexy, and it's going to require you to embrace your inner stripper, and that is unwrap in his lap. So basically what you get to do is straddle him, make sensual eye contact with him, and then slowly peel off one piece of clothing at a time, right? And in between, take off a piece of clothing and then kiss him a little bit. Allow him to experience this new level of nakedness, right? Then take off something else. Take off your shirt first and let him experience that for a little while. Then take off your bra and let him experience that. And just one piece at a time, it's like you're unwrapping the present for him in his lap. And he is going to absolutely love it. And it's going to be so hard for him to control himself. And you get a bonus point, right, if you tell him that he's got to keep his hands to himself until the present is fully unwrapped, right? Playing restraint games like that, playing with power dynamics like that, super sexy, and it's gonna build the anticipation and the polarity even more. So don't be afraid to give him that present and see how he likes it. And now it's time for that bonus tip that's gonna take everything to a totally different level, and that is use his hands against him. And this is such a powerful form of touch that is also an incredible nonverbal invitation for him to pleasure you. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take his hands and you're gonna put them wherever on your body that you wanna be touched. And then you're gonna whisper into his ear, or you're gonna tell him very sensually, I want you to pinch my nipples like this, or can you feel how wet I am, or just whatever it is that you're wanting to experience. Put his hands there and just explore, let him explore you with you guiding him to do different things to you. That is something that men love because we are not mind readers. We don't necessarily know exactly what you want or how you want to be touched. So by you guiding us there physically and then sensually letting us know what it is that you want to experience, it's going to just make us so turned on, and it's going to make your physical connection with him even hotter. So there you go, 10 sexy touches that are gonna make you literally unforgettable to a man that you are dating, in a relationship with, or just hooking up with. Whatever the situation is, he is not gonna forget you if you do these, I promise. So be sure to let me know in the comments which of these you loved, which of these you do already, any additional touches that I forgot. I'd love to know them. And be sure to hit that little subscribe button and definitely click that link up at the top of this video and down in the description. Join us in Mastery of Connection on August 11th. Remember, it's absolutely free, a $2,000 value. And over the course of 3 weeks, we are going to transform your beliefs, your attachment style, and your personality type around relationships with over 50 hours of video lessons and over 100 hours of live coaching with me. We're going to do so much incredible transformational work. And again, it's absolutely free, so you have nothing to lose. Click the link, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And be sure to stay tuned to this next video for 8 more steamy touches that are gonna drive him crazy. Get out there, have fun, ladies, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye. And tip number 1 is start at the top, meaning a man's head and neck. There are so many nerve endings up here, and every guy has hot spots somewhere in his head or his neck that you get to explore.